Why do you think he does those things, though? Do you think
For money.
But do you
I don't think he's got the money he says. That's what I think.
I think he still needs the money
I don't
after
think
all
he
these
needs
years.
the money.
But if you need some help, Floyd, I'm in the streets, and you the one that went missing.
But you have to stop embarrassing yourself with these exhibitions. I know life is hard, I know life is expensive, but come on, dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants to remember you like this. And it gets worse, your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami. And many are saying you're gonna have to sell off your assets.
The boxing world has been left stunned and speechless as news breaks of Floyd Mayweather allegedly facing bankruptcy after falling victim to a staggering $402 million scam. Known for his flashy lifestyle, luxurious purchases, and the nickname Money, Mayweather has long been considered one of the wealthiest and most successful boxers in history. But the latest revelations have sent shockwaves through fans, sports analysts, and financial experts alike.
Floyd Mayweather is the most successful boxer in history with a 50-0 record, and one of the wealthiest athletes of all time with $1 billion in earnings. But I bet you didn't know it all started with a $750,000 bet on himself. Here's the wild story. In 2006, Floyd Mayweather was 10 years into his boxing career and earning over $5 million per fight. At the time, Mayweather was signed to Bob Arum's Top-Rank boxing promotion, a partnership which saw Arum get 25% of Mayweather's fight purse. But Mayweather wanted more, and in 2006, he turned down $8 million to fight Antonio Margarita and said he deserved $20 million to fight Oscar De La Hoya. Arum wasn't happy and wouldn't pay up, so Mayweather paid the $750,000 exit fee in his contract to leave Top Rank. Mayweather then went on to promote his own fights, earning a percentage of every ticket, hot dog, and beer sold at the event, and most importantly, all pay-per-views sold. And just 1 year later in 2007, after leaving Top Rank, Mayweather made $25 million for his win against Oscar De La Hoya. Now that's what happens when you bet on yourself.
Floyd Mayweather, known for his undefeated boxing career and lucrative fights, has been actively involved in various business ventures post-retirement. One of his significant investments includes a $402 million real estate portfolio, comprising over 60 buildings in New York City. This move indicates a strategic shift from luxury spending to income-generating assets, aiming to ensure long-term financial stability.
Into my lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me.
In addition to his real estate investments, Mayweather has engaged in exhibition matches, which, while sparking rumors about financial necessity, he claims are for personal enjoyment and global engagement rather than monetary gain.
Well, there's no points, right? Because it's an exhibition. So that's what's interesting is Floyd's making more money than anybody, and he's boxing people who have no chance of beating him, and he's doing it as an exhibition. It doesn't even hurt his record.
Because of the drug of boxing. Just
also
like
money.
Just like but I don't even think he don't need any money.
He spends so much money.
Yeah, but he don't need any.
Floyd, are you sure?
Yeah, Floyd good.
I bet if he's planning for the future, you got to keep it coming in if you're going to keep spending the way he spends.
Yeah, but I think he has a lot of other business interests that he can get money from.
Hopefully.
And not just boxing.
Mayweather has faced legal challenges, including lawsuits related to unpaid debts and alleged involvement in cryptocurrency promotions. In 2015, he was sued over a $1.4 million jewelry debt in Las Vegas, and more recently, a Miami jeweler filed a lawsuit claiming Mayweather owed nearly $3.9 million for luxury items.
Team. I'm not really into hanging out with other celebrities. I've learned my lesson from that.
But you're the boss, and your team respect that. I think if you can share anything with everybody that's tuned in, everybody see you and they say, all right, he has all of the money and he has to be extremely happy. But we know money don't always bring happiness,
Oh, absolutely not.
What's the biggest mistake that you've made in your life that you can share, with people?
Same mistake that all four of us made. Trust.
It's a fact.
Trust. Every morning I get up in the mirror and I say to myself, when I'm brushing my teeth, I say, you know what? The only person I can trust is that person right there. Because we all know we can trust ourselves.
Right.
but we all always know somebody else is always going to let us down.
Gervonta Tank Davis, a former protege of Mayweather, has been vocal about his concerns. Davis alleged that Mayweather was stuck in Dubai due to unpaid debts, stating on social media that Mayweather had been taking people's money without fulfilling obligations. He further claimed that Mayweather was being held by Dubai authorities over these debts.
I'm speechless if this is true, but Floyd Mayweather supposedly is held hostage in Dubai. Gervonta Davis suggested this, who I believe is signed under Floyd Mayweather. Then Floyd responded back of posting a video of Tank dancing on his IG, saying, "We always knew he had sugar in the tank." Like, actually, that's insane posting this online. I'm not even kidding. And then Tank went on his IG story to say this.
You owe them people over in Dubai that money. Tell them to get on live right now. And you owe people in Saudi Arabia.
And Floyd responded back saying he should fight Shakur instead. I have no clue what is going on with this beef, but they're basically saying that Floyd Mayweather is broke and owes people money and he's hiding in Dubai. I'm actually speechless if any of that is remotely true, but I kind of can see that coming. I don't know if you guys remember this, but Logan Paul and Jake Paul, like 2 years ago, said that Floyd is actually broke. And it low-key might be true, but we'll see what happens.
Further allegations suggest that Mayweather has a history of not paying for luxury items in Dubai, leading to strained relationships with vendors and creditors. This pattern of acquiring goods without settling dues indicates a reckless approach to money management. Living a lifestyle predicated on credit and delayed payments is a precarious path that can lead to financial ruin, regardless of past earnings.
The Tank's come out with a bit of a mad statement, and he said that Floyd Mayweather has been held captive in Dubai because he owes people money and he can't pay them, or won't pay them, one or the other. Before I carry on, please hit that follow button if you haven't already. We're on a mission to get to 10k. Now for me, the idea that one of the richest men in the world cannot pay somebody in Dubai is a bit mad. However, Tank Davis has come out and said ask Floyd to go live right now, and he can't. Which is a fair point, and knowing how Mayweather's ego is, if it was possible for him to go live, he would be responding to this straight off the bat. Now that being said, it wasn't that long ago since we saw that video call between him and Bill Haney on the internet. So whether this is true or not, I do not know. It could just be Tank throwing shots at Floyd Mayweather, because I know that that relationship has been a little bit ropey in the last few years. But you never know, especially with somebody like Mayweather, who sometimes comes across with a bit of a god complex. Maybe he's just tried screwing the wrong people. But let me know what you guys think to this. Do you think that Floyd Mayweather is being held captive in Dubai? Or do you think this is just Tank Davis stirring up some stuff? Let me know in the comments. As always, a like, a favourite, save a share, all appreciated. Please hit that follow button if you haven't already. We're on a mission to get to 10k. Peace out.
Veteran boxing agent Rick Glazer corroborated Davis's assertions, stating that Mayweather was being held by the government court system in Dubai due to substantial debts unrelated to boxing. Glazer emphasized that indebtedness is taken seriously in Dubai, and that Mayweather was desperately trying to resolve the issue.
Well, it turns out that the rumors were true, and Floyd Mayweather has been trapped in Dubai for the last 50 days. Gervonta Davis was the first to claim it. Now multiple insider sources have confirmed that he is in fact trapped in Dubai for a debt that has nothing to do with boxing. After doing a little digging, it seems that someone in his camp, while he was shopping for jewelry in Dubai, stole one of the pieces, got away with it, and then blocked all communication with Mayweather. Since then, Floyd has already paid for the jewelry, but they refuse to let him go until they get their piece back. And allegedly, this guy right here is the thief that started this whole mess.
Joe Rogan has also noted that Mayweather's fame extends beyond his boxing achievements, highlighting that his persona and financial success have significantly contributed to his public image. This observation underscores how Mayweather's brand has been built not only on his athletic prowess, but also on his extravagant lifestyle and business ventures.
Floyd Mayweather applying for MMA license wants 6 to 8 months to train. He's screwed. First of all, they should give him everything they can get their greasy paws on, get him to fight Conor in an MMA fight. You'd be screwed. It's not just getting screwed. Like someone said, it should be 1,000 to 1. That's not high enough. It's not high enough. If Conor McGregor was going to fight Floyd Mayweather in MMA, it is as close to 100% as anything ever gets ever. He's probably going to punch Conor in the face a couple of times. It's probably going to suck, but Conor's going to get a hold of him. And then he's going to be like a baby. And if that doesn't happen, he'll kick Floyd's legs out from under him. He'll kick his legs sideways. He'll kick them from the outside. He'll kick them from the inside. He'll stay way the fuck away from any sort of a range where Floyd can punch him. It'll be a completely alien range for Floyd.
In another instance, Joe Rogan highlighted Floyd's power by telling the story of how Mayweather allegedly fired a referee in the middle of a fight. Rogan emphasized that such a move could only be pulled off by someone like Floyd, who's at the very top of boxing, both in terms of fame and influence. This moment again shows how deeply Floyd's money impacts every corner of his career.
The referee said Floyd Mayweather hit him behind the head. So Floyd fired the referee in the middle of the bout. Floyd throws this punch, and he's 100% correct. The punch landed the side of the head. It's a right hook. It's a perfect punch. And the referee was saying, watch the back of the head. He's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And so he kicks the guy out, and they bring in a different referee who finishes the fight. It was insanity.
UFC star Conor McGregor has publicly suggested that Floyd Mayweather's return to the boxing ring was financially motivated. He pointed to Mayweather's reported $22.2 million tax debt from 2015 as a possible reason for his comeback, implying that financial difficulties forced him out of retirement. McGregor remarked, "He should have paid his taxes and stayed retired," indicating that Mayweather's financial obligations may have influenced his decision to fight again.
I believe in building generational wealth. Even like when my children, all four of my children are adults. And I told them, no more handouts. Because I feel like I'm hurting my children just by, I give them money, they go shopping, they put gas in their car, they party, they come back, I need money. I give them money, I buy them houses, I buy them cars. I told them, listen, if you guys go to school or you work in one of my businesses, then you can branch off, get your own business, and I'll put the money up to help you start a business, but I need you guys to take what I've already started and triple and double that, and then I need my grandchildren to come behind you guys and do the same thing.
Joe Rogan was among those who commented that the fight between Floyd and Conor McGregor was nothing more than a money grab. Floyd had already retired but returned for a $100 million payday in an exhibition match. For someone who constantly talks about money, this was just another example of turning fame into fortune.
Okay, so your new contract, you wanted no extensions. That's one thing.
Yeah, that's one thing.
Okay. What was one of them, the ability to box?
One of them was the ability to box. They said that wasn't an option. Boxing is dead. It's not possible. This and that.
Now, what does that feel like to you, knowing that Conor McGregor did it and fought Floyd Mayweather and made $100 million?
Yes, gentlemen, let's do this.
A bitch, nigga, that's that shit I don't like. Sneak designs, that's that shit I don't like.
Floyd himself has never been shy about bragging. He often says no boxer in the history of the sport has accomplished what he has. His confidence is evident, but so is his constant comparison with others, which fuels his brand but also invites skepticism and criticism. Floyd fought Logan Paul purely for the paycheck, yet he didn't hold back in criticizing Mike Tyson for stepping into the ring with Jake Paul at his age. This double standard didn't go unnoticed by fans and critics, who were quick to point out the hypocrisy. It's clear Floyd wants to control the narrative around money fights. It's perfectly acceptable when he does it, but suddenly a problem when someone else tries to cash in.
When you watch something like Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, what is your reaction?
When you watching boxing for free, you can have millions and millions and millions of views. But when you're watching Floyd Mayweather, you have to pay. I think WWE is good for Logan.
And Jake Paul?
Easy. At 48, too easy.
Mike Tyson, for his part, hasn't held back his own opinions about Floyd. He's openly admitted that he doesn't like Mayweather, often calling him out for constantly flaunting his wealth and refusing to stay out of the spotlight, even in retirement.
You don't think there's an opportunity to land a big punch on Floyd?
Let me tell you something about Floyd. This is what I don't like about him either. No matter whatever we say about him, and it could be true, but he's in that gym. He's a rat. He retired, but he stays in the gym. He can't help it. It's just he don't do drugs. That's his heroin, the gym.
Someone told me this. They say he does not. He doesn't have a vice. Yeah. He doesn't have a vice.
No, he does. The gym.
The gym.
The gym.
After retiring from professional boxing, Floyd Mayweather returned to the ring for an exhibition match against YouTuber Logan Paul. This decision drew criticism from various figures in the sports world who questioned the competitive value of such a bout.
Boxers, if not the greatest boxer in history. He's absolutely sensational. But he retired years ago, and for me personally, I know these exhibition matches are entertaining. I like the one with Conor McGregor, not so much the one with Logan Paul. Looking at these exhibitions and all of that stuff, that little melee and stuff don't matter to me. As far as I'm concerned, it could have potentially been orchestrated. I don't know. But I do know not just anybody should be allowed to be in the ring with Floyd Money Mayweather.
Absolutely.
I just believe.
ESPN analyst Stephen A. Smith expressed skepticism about the legitimacy of the fight, suggesting that Logan Paul had no business sharing the ring with a seasoned boxer like Mayweather. Smith implied that the match was more about financial gain than athletic competition.
I'm a huge boxing fan. I love the sport. First fight I ever saw was a taped fight of Muhammad Ali fighting Cleveland Williams. I remember my father crying when Muhammad Ali had to fight George Foreman. I remember George Foreman knocking Joe Frazier up the backside of his head, knocking him down about 6, 7 different times before the fight was stopped. Howard Cosell, the late, great Howard Cosell, screaming, "It is over! It is over! It is over!" I remember that. George Foreman, not Mike Tyson, was the most menacing boxer in history, so much so that there were people scared to death in Ali's camp. And my father, who's the biggest Muhammad Ali fan I've ever known, literally crying.
A California judge has dismissed a lawsuit against reality star Kim Kardashian, boxer Floyd Mayweather, and other celebrities over their cryptocurrency endorsements. Investors in the Ethereum Max, which is not affiliated with the popular Ethereum token, filed the suit back in January. So this suit claims celebrities conspired with Ethereum Max to promote the token to boost its value so company executives could profit by selling the holdings. The judge said the lawsuit raised legitimate concerns. However, he dismissed the suit because it didn't say where, when, or even if the plaintiffs had seen these promotions.
Regarding cryptocurrency, Mayweather was involved in promoting Ethereum Max, leading to a class action lawsuit accusing him and other celebrities of misleading investors. However, a judge dismissed the case, emphasizing the responsibility of investors to conduct due diligence. Public skepticism about Mayweather's wealth has been fueled by his continued exhibition matches and reports of unpaid debts. However, boxing promoter Eddie Hearn suggested that Mayweather's lifestyle might necessitate ongoing income, though Mayweather denies financial distress.
I think they get told that I'm a bad guy, but then all of a sudden, like, you meet these people and you spend time with them, and they're like, it's like Mayweather was the same thing. Like, when I went in the gym, he was like, you know, I heard you said this, heard you said that. And then I kind of just go into my flow, and in the end, he's kind of looking at me going, you're actually all right. I'm like, yeah. And the same was with Shakur. When we signed Shakur, it was a little bit like, almost like looking at me thinking, not sure about you. And then I think they just get to know you. They realise your intentions. And we're straight. We're straight as an arrow, mate. We'll never let you down. We always pay you on time. And we always deliver. So, and we love boxing. And we're passionate about your career. And I think when they understand that, they start to realise this is actually a good spot for me. And I like being part of the team.
What would have happened if you'd have promoted Floyd?
Look, Floyd was a great self-promoter anyway. So I think together, maybe we would have clashed, you know, because it was like a fight for the microphone. But, you know, Floyd was, I think Crawford would have been different. I think we'd done a great job helping his profile out, unintentionally, but just being us.
While Floyd Mayweather has encountered legal disputes and public scrutiny regarding his finances, there is no substantiated evidence of bankruptcy or a $402 million scam affecting his wealth. His strategic investments and continued business activities suggest a focus on maintaining and growing his financial portfolio.
As the
Well,
is that in you still waiting?
Well, I think I'm separated now. You know, I don't think there's no boxer in history that has accomplished what I've accomplished. Not bragging or boasting, just speaking the truth. I take my hat off to a lot of legendary champions, you know, that paved the way for me to be where I'm at in the sport of boxing. But that was their era, and this is my era. I had a tremendous career. And we got young fighters that's on the rise, that's under our banner. The ultimate goal is to find the next Floyd Mayweather that can break my records.
What do you think about Floyd Mayweather's alleged bankruptcy and the backlash he is facing? Is it fair criticism or just another case of double standards in boxing? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.